What's up, everybody? It is Lady Katherine here. Now, I first off want to apologize for going completely MIA here on YouTube. I did not plan to, but life kind of took a hold again between family drama, family issues, and then the car going to hell. Let's just put it that way. And have to look for a new car, getting eye exams, things like that going on. And yes, these are new glasses, if anybody notices. But there has been it has been an emotional and stressful roller coaster lately here in my little neck of the woods, or in this case, the city, since we are now living in the city. And long story short, it's been very enlightening, okay? So what really has been going on, let's dive down and talk about it first. We had some family drama going on between my brother and his girlfriend. My wife and I did. But they have since moved out of my dad's house, and things have I don't want to say died down, because my brother and I still are not speaking at this point. Nor does he want me in his life at all. And apparently I've done nothing wrong, but apparently I have, if you're that mad, you know? So that, and then now my dad has brought his girlfriend around. She's been staying around a lot frequently. So it's a matter of getting your footing when someone new always comes into a home. It's a matter of getting your footing and getting everything in place and kind of figuring out everybody else's schedules as well. So it's been stressful, but it's not been bad compared to where we were with my brother and his girlfriend living here in the house with us. So my car also went to crap. It actually is behind the new vehicle, which I am actually filming in currently. The warning lights decided to go off. I've had it looked at multiple times, to be honest, and they can't figure out why the warning lights are going on, because it's got like a check engine light, the oil light, but the oil is good, the engine looks good, but for some reason they reset them and they turn right back on. So I think it's just about time for that one to kind of go to the graveyard of vehicles, right? So we actually just recently, yesterday, I just purchased this one. This is a 2009 PT Cruiser. So there's plenty of room, and I'm loving driving this thing around. I literally just got the license plates on it today. So we went around, I did some Postmates. I drive with DoorDash and Postmates. That's what I've been doing while I'm looking for a more stable income. And I'm actually not doing half bad with DoorDash, but Postmates, I was doing great for a while, and then it's like nobody orders from Postmates here except every once in a while. So it is what it is. But I still make pretty good on DoorDash. I'm making over $200 a week, which is not bad at all. And I work an average of maybe 5 hours a week, so that's not too terribly bad. It does take a toll on gas and mileage, though, guys. So if you were thinking about either one of any of these options, ride-sharing options, or even food delivery options, keep that in mind. I think on the silver car, since I started last month, at the beginning of this month, I think I've already put over 3,000 miles on my car. And I'm filling up my tank at least once a week, if not more. So I'm really glad we got into this one. It has better gas mileage, and hopefully that will help kind of offset some of the cost, considering what we pay. We actually got a really good deal on this car, to be honest. Kelly Blue Book pricing for this reuse was $5,000. And we paid $2,850 for it, and that really wasn't too terribly bad. Then on top of that, the registration is like outrageous. Paid almost $300 to register and get the license plates for this vehicle. But anyway, so enough about the vehicle. Enough about that. Some other things that have occurred. Well, it's just, like I said, family stuff mainly. And figuring out the car thing. let's see, or what else? I've been doing a lot. I've actually been getting an increase in readings through Dragon's Heart. So I've been able to do those. Those have helped. Finance, not really finance-wise, because they were like free readings. I did for like friends and stuff. But, you know, they've been telling their friends and things like that, so at least the word's finally getting out there. Let's see, what else? What else is there? Let's see, what else? There was something else I needed to say. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to think for a second. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to, it's down here. Sorry. I got too many cup holders in this middle console. I'm going to real quickly hit my vape right quick, and we will be right back, and I'll continue the rest of this video. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Just kind of talking about the family drama and stuff. It just really stresses me out, and I had to take a real quick break before we move on. So, in my time away, I haven't not necessarily just been focusing on the mundane part of my life. I actually have been doing some, like finding the actual roots of my path, where those influences are, and I have actually narrowed it down so far to 3. Just because if people ask, I want to be able to explain or tell them where different aspects of my path come from. So I have narrowed it down to dragon magic, hoodoo, and shamanism. Those are the 3 that I've found so far, digging in and actually diving into various paths and finding where those connections are within my path and within my beliefs. So I'm still calling myself an eclectic witch for right now, as I'm still figuring everything out. Right? So, I mean, and labels really don't matter too much to me. So, anymore. I just, you know, I'm a witch and that's what it is, you know. But it's always good to have a specific one for those people who are like, specifically, what do you call yourself? Like, really? You need to know that kind of information. Okay. So, I've really been doing that, and I know dragon magic has always been there from quite some time ago, like way back when, and you know, hoodoo was something I was interested in. I actually have some training in hoodoo, not voodoo. Voodoo is a religion. Hoodoo is actually a spiritual practice. A spiritual practice. So. Anyway, so, you know, shamanism, I don't know, it just seems, it feels right, you know, like, having that shamanism undertone kind of feels right to me, you know, being out in nature and doing things in my own way, and I've actually been able to scrap my altar and turn around, and I can build a shrine in the house that is representative of my path and my beliefs. So I've kind of got dragons, I've got stuff to represent the elements, I have stuff to represent, not stuff, but representations of various spirits that I work with, my ancestors, things like that. And I don't know, I feel like I'm starting to finally find myself in the parallels with what I'm doing. Definitely so far has been a big introspection type of year, believe it or not. So that's what's been going on while I haven't been around. But I do want to come back and actually talk about, go through various topics and things like that. I think I'm going to scrap a lot of my becoming a witch ideas that I had for videos. Either that, or I will just scrap a few of them that are like really specific to like specific traditions and paths, because there's many ways of being a witch, and many many tools that one can use. All right. So it's just, yeah, even my grimoire that I have with all of my stuff is actually changing, and it's literally just becoming a working book with all my spells, spreads, rituals, recipes, prayers, incantations, all of that in it. And, you know, I have a filing cabinet on my computer for all of my notes. And to me, that works. For other people, that may not work. So, you know, things are definitely... I know this is going to be a very weird year for me. Every year is weird, to be honest. But I'm going with it. I have aligned myself with one, I guess you could say, deity. I call it a divine being. Essentially, I call the creative universal consciousness Mother Nature. So I have aligned with Mother Nature and the dragons and my ancestor spirits, elemental spirits, and of course the various spirits of the hoodoo practice as well, among others. I mean, I work with all manner of beings. To me, beings are beings. If they're beneficial to what I'm trying to achieve, then it's worth exploring that connection and building that connection. All right. So yes, for those of you who do know or who have seen me recently post on a YouTube Pagans thread, I do work with demons. I do work with angels, things like that. To me, angels and demons predate Christianity. I mean, I've always kind of felt that way. And, you know, they're not really set specific to one religion. But I still do work with them from time to time, as need be. So, in fact, I'm going to drop a big bombshell on you guys. My legit very first experience, very first time in any kind of magical path, it's also a time period, a 3-year time period that I don't really feel comfortable with talking about, but it's going to be talked about in my book. I actually started in a really bad satanic, I learned extreme satanic magic. We're talking like what people would see online, what people would see in the news, such as, you know, ritual sacrifices, things like that. It was a very extremist coven. I was very young. I was very naive at the time, and I thought that that's how it always was, how it was with all satanic groups. Then I wisened up after that group broke up. You know, kind of disbanded after the leader passed away. So, you know, I wisened up. I started cracking open book, and bada bing, bada bam, bada boom. Here I am. So, with that all being said, guys, I will come back with some more actual informational videos. I do want to focus more on my particular path so you guys can kind of see how things go. And until next time, guys, stay knowledgeable and namaste.